All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man, hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Man, I took yesterday, well, kind of took yesterday off a little bit. Y'all, life be real, man. Raptor Nation, thank y'all for supporting me, man, supporting the channel. I get a lot of slack from people, like, just literally wondering, why you not around the country? No. It's Chris's Sports Corner. I do what I damn well, please, man. I'm sorry, guys. I've had a rough day. But, and that's life, man. Things happen. Raptor Nation, man. The Raptors and the Philadelhia 76ers. Final 125-113. And let me say this. The Raptors is not going to be able to survive giving up 44. No, there's rarely any team that's going to survive giving up 44 points in one quarter, right? Like that second quarter, they gave up 44 points. That to me is a number. I don't see that happening because of their defensive prowess. That I project this team to be at least a top 10 defensive team next year. So I think this is abnormally. But you can also see, man, you can see the different energy levels, right? Like when they was home, it was a certain level of, just being good. Like, yo, we home, like feeding off the crowd, man. That was super cool. So there was a lot of emotion. This game right here. Now again, I don't think this is the final starting rotation. But Precious gave you 10. He was 5 of 11. OG is out to send a message. Let me say this. I see him being a lot more aggressive. Now, he only was 18 of 14. He was 8 of 14, for 22 points, but he was aggressive. And he was aggressive first game. He's aggressive tonight. I like this. I like OG being aggressive. Scotty Bourne, 3 of 7, 8 points. 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. OG had 4 steals, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Precious gave you 3 steals, 8 rebounds, 5 defensive rebounds. Dragic gonna have to do more than 2 points, but it's preseason, so I ain't finna harp on him. But 0 for 4, he was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. But he's 0 for 4 shooting and 0 for 3, and that's his specialty, so he's going to have to knock down those threes, man. And Steady Freddy was 7 of 13, 3 of 9 from the three-point line, 17 points. He was your second leading scorer tonight. He gave you 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and also had a block in this game. So, off the bench, Gary Trent Jr. gave you 12. Savi gave you 11. Flynn gave you 13. It's going to be really interesting to see how they do this whole rotation, man. It's going to be interesting because I don't know. I don't think that's the official starting lineup. But it's going to be interesting to see who moves in, who moves out. I mean, that could be the starting lineup. I don't know, but we'll see. For Philly, man, Tobias Harris gave you 14. And I think Philly, this is their starters, right? This is their starters. Embiid gave you 10 on 4 of 10 shooting. Green gave you 13. On 4 of 8, 3 of 6 from the 3. He's a 3-point specialist. Steph Curry, 3-point specialist, where with 5 of 9, 4 of 8, 15 points. And Milton, who may be starting, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3-point line, 5 points. Naeem gave you 16 coming off the bench. Drummond gave you 10 coming off the bench. Maxey gave you 14, and Maxey's pretty good. I like Maxey. But the tell of this game was the second quarter. You can't have defensive lapses like that in the second quarter because when you do, you're destined. You're not going to spot an NBA team 44 points in a quarter and win that. So that's I know for Nick Nurse and the Toronto Raptors, that's going to be the bounce back. That's going to be the focus defense. I just feel like they're going to be a good defensive team this year. So I know that this is going to be this is I'm expecting this to be an anomaly, a preseason, one of those things. You just don't write that off. That's preseason. It happened, blah blah blah. But that can't happen. For Philly, man, the post Ben Simmons era has begun, and this is a great way to show, like, hey, we're good. We're good without you, bro. So this is gonna be interesting, man. I mean, they coming out, they looking on fire. They took advantage of a high scoring fourth quarter, and it's not like the Raptors didn't put 33 up, but you can't put up 33 and give up 44. That just those things are not going to happen. But I think for the 76ers, man, they want to show, like, hey, Ben Simmons is a great talent, but he ain't the end-all, be-all. We do got a guy by the name of Ben Simmons. We do got a deadly three-point shooting Seth Curry, not quite his brother, but he's still Seth Curry. We do have Danny Green, who's a two-way player. He can play some D, not as good as he used to be on defense, but he can play some defense and knock down the three. You got Tobias Harris, who can definitely put the ball in the hole. So for Philly, this is how they want to get things started. In their mindset, let's set the tone early. They was home. You want to get your fans ready for the season, same way I feel like Toronto did in the game previous. That was their first game back home, so they wanted to show, like, hey, we back, we home. I love it, man. The NBA is back, man. For the Raptors, you just can't have that. You can't have a 44-point quarter. That's just ain't gonna not get you. That's just not gonna get you where you need to go. I promise you. Scotty Barnes tonight, like I've said about him before, if he's not scoring efficiently or being aggressive, he does find other ways to affect the game. He had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and also OG, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. So when you look at this overall, you got to go, okay, so he didn't score. I mean, he didn't have a good game, but he affected. OG did both. OG is kind of merging as, like, quietly becoming, hey, I ain't got to talk about it, but I'm finna come show you how I'm about to emerge and take that step forward. I think that's big. You get him taking that step forward. When Pascal come back, you got him taking reins. You still got Steady Freddie. You got them young bucks. You look at Precious tonight, 8 rebounds, 3 steals. He gave you 10 points. So 2 rebounds away from a double-double. So if you're the Raptors, you're still feeling encouraged. It was a numbly game, but it was sort of like one of those games. Preseason, you coming off that home opening high. Like, you coming off that, then you got to travel to Philly, and it's like, all right. So anyway, man, but for the Raptors, you can't give up 44 points in the court. You're not going to win. For Philly, hey, you took advantage of it. That's what you're supposed to do. You see a hole, you run through it, baby. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you guys be great.